What's happening, guys? I'm on the way to another steam boiler maintenance. Guys, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Prior to last night, I only had one heat maintenance, which is the call I just came from, the steam boiler maintenance. And guys, within a matter of 30 minutes, even when I was in the basement on that last job, my phone blew up. I got like at least 3 more calls I got to get to. So guys, one thing about me, you'll never hear me complain about the work. If it's there, like I said, guys, it's on me to devise a plan of, you know, maximizing the opportunity, and like I said, guys, and delivering. And that's what I'm about, man. Just staying ready, and I'm letting the chips fall where they fall. But guys, this particular customer, similar to the call I just came from, this is an existing maintenance customer. We came out there last year. I'm not sure if we did the maintenance last year or something got fixed. I just remember this guy's last name. But I know, like I said, he has a steam boiler. Guys, I'm hoping I don't have to drain this boiler down. I got lucky at the last steam boiler maintenance, guys. The sight glass was clear, but with this particular customer, I don't know if he has a drain or he has windows in the basement. So either I'm gonna have to get a long hose with a pump, or I'm gonna have to get like freaking 5 10-gallon buckets to drain this boiler down. But I'm gonna shoot more footage when I get inside. But guys, this is just a tune-up on the steam boiler. But worst case, I'll do what I gotta do once I get there. But I will see you guys when I get there. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace. Guys, I promise you this is not deja vu, but similar to the last call, this is another Crown steamer, 100,000 BTU. But unlike the other call, I will have to drain this boiler down. You see that? That's how it's supposed to look on top. You see all that gunk on the bottom of that sight glass? But luckily, they got a window there. So guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the burners, clean them, and I'm gonna drain this boiler down. But let me get to pulling the burners and cleaning them, and we'll return back to action once I get to draining this thing down. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, I cleaned the burners, and once again, last year I pulled everything out. I pulled the burners out and cleaned them, so I didn't expect much of anything this year as far as dust and scale near the burners. But now I'm just draining this boiler down. And as you can see, my water level is dropping. But guys, I might have been mistaken. I think that dirt you see, that's actually on the sight glass. I don't think that's on the boiler itself. I mean, I don't think that's the water. I think that's just residual dirt that was on the sight glass. So I'm gonna drain this thing down. I'm gonna take that sight glass out and I'm gonna clean it. But let's wait until it stops and we'll take it from there. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys. Looks like it slowed up. Let me empty that bucket out and let the party begin. I'm gonna take out that sight glass. I'll see y'all in a little bit. To remove the sight glass, now remember I already drained this boiler down, but you do have the option of just valving the sight glass off. This isolates the sight glass from the boiler, but remember, everything is empty. And what I did was I valved it off anyway. It is what it is. But you take your channel locks, lefty loosey, righty tighty, top and bottom, and it pops right out. And what I like to do is I get some tissue or a paper towel. I use those rods and I put it right inside the tube, and that's how I clean it. And God forbid, you want to definitely be very, very careful with this glass. They do make sight glasses from the supply house. I remember back in the day, I used to cut my own sight glasses. They do have a sight glass cutter, but I actually broke it like maybe 5-6 years ago. That's one of the first tools I ever bought, believe it or not. I actually had a sight glass and I used it like maybe once or twice, and I think it got broken in the back of one of the trucks. But worst case, guys, if you ever accidentally break one of these sight glasses, as long as you get the measurement top to bottom, because I think there's 2 different sizes. I don't know the actual size because I never had to order one, but I did see 2 different variations of sight glasses. So as long as you get the size, it should match right up. But all right, guys, let me get the tissue and let's clean this glass. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I already got a few pieces in here, but as you can see, a few pieces of paper towel damped. It pushes through one end and goes right out the other. And I already got the bottom side clean. I'm just cleaning that top in there, as you can see. And guys, you can't get this wrong. Just take your time and use the rod that's already on the flame, already on the edges of the sight glass. It goes through the sight glass and out the other end. But my only recommendation is make sure you use a damp piece of paper towel, because you gotta wet the dirt that's in the sight glass to clean it out. It's not gonna work right if what you put in here is dry. But just like this. Oop. Speaking of almost breaking the sight glass, we don't want that. But let me clean this up real quick. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Cool. Yeah, most of that dirt was actually on the outside. I thought it was on the inside, but there you guys have it. And I thought I had more brass caps and washers. I did pick up the drain valve caps, but I got to make a note the next time I go to Johnstone to pick up more bolts and washers for sight glasses, because anytime I clean sight glasses and I see this, even if it's not leaking, I always want to replace it. But both washers are still intact. Nothing looks ripped or chewed up. But yeah, guys, you see that 9-day difference. And then all I'm going to do is just pop this back in, top first. And voila, there you go. Let me tighten this in and let's get to filling this thing up. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, I still got the power off. There is an automatic feeder, but I want to get this at least halfway, and then I'm going to test my feeder with the button. So let me just make sure my drain valve is closed. And it is. Open all these up. And you might have to retighten the packing nuts. That's with anything. Anytime you got a gate valve with any kind with water, anytime you open and close it, you could have a slight leak from the packing. So worst case, if it leaks, tighten it a quarter turn and you're good to go. But let's give it a minute and let's wait until it fills up. There we go. And see how dirty that water is? That's what was on the bottom of the boiler. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the bucket and drain this down. See that? This is what you don't want to have inside that boiler, because that can clog up your pigtail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain and fill until my water gets a little bit clearer. But I do like the fact that now my sight glass is clean, so I'll be able to see exactly what's going on. Yeah, I think either the boiler or the return line, maybe my Hartford loop, had like a lot of gunk in it, but we definitely want to do this until our sight glass gets a little bit more clear. I don't like black water in the sight glass because I've seen some experiences in which I did a maintenance and I kept the sight glass murky, and within weeks I had to come back to clean the pigtail. So I'd rather, while I'm here, just make sure everything's clear so I don't have to worry about it. But we'll wait for this to drain out, and I'm gonna fill it up again until my water is clean. I'll see y'all in a little bit. 12 buckets later. Guys, we couldn't get this thing crystal white, but I'll take an iced tea color over that black color that was in there. But as I said, I got this halfway filled up manually, and now I just want to make sure that my feeder works, which it does. And remember, 3/4 is the goal. You don't want to overfill this or underfill it. It has to be precisely at that 3/4 mark. And right now, I still got my hand on the manual fill. And I don't see this all the time, but a good idea, anytime you have an automatic water feeder, you want to pipe in a bypass just in case this fails. You can still fill the boiler up. So if you have this automatic water feeder and it's hooked up correctly, then you should always test it on every maintenance to make sure it works. And of course, at the low water cutoff, as soon as you drain the boiler down, which is what we did, if I would have turned the power on, nothing would have turned on because that low water cutoff would have triggered an error code. But yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. I tighten the packing up a little bit just to make sure I know we're not going to have any random leaks and water on the floor. Put this back in. And guys, with these Crown steam boilers, I don't know why they put the pressure control so close to the steam boiler. I'm going to recommend this customer replacing this pigtail and putting this out further, so it'll be a lot easier for us to service this pigtail and pressure control. Because guys, I can tell you now, if I twist this out, I can probably maybe get one turn, but that second turn, it's going to snap. And unfortunately, I've been in that scenario last year one too many times. So anytime I see that, I always recommend extending that pigtail. So not too far out, because you want it to be closer towards the boiler to get an accurate pressure reading. But I'm saying like probably this far out, not crazy far out, but you want it to be further out enough so you can untwist the pressure control. So, but all right, guys, I got everything rocking and rolling. I gotta close that window, pack up, and I'm gonna wait for the pipes to heat up, and I'm off to the next one. There you guys have it. Steam boiler maintenance. The sight glass is dirty. We cleaned it, and we also flushed the boiler. Easy peasy. I'll see you on the next one.